Hey crocheters, welcome back. This is part 2 of the Christmas in July crochet-along. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you go check out the video where I talk about this whole fun event, and then section 1 where we talk about how to do this. But today we're on section 2. For today's section, we are crocheting this Christmas pudding section in green here. Maybe it should have been brown with a little bit of red. I'm not sure. I just kind of wanted to use 3 main alternating colors, so I went with green. This section was designed by my friend Nichola of Elimee Designs. If you've done any of my crochet-alongs before, Nichola's been in most of them. She used to be a tester for me, and then she became a designer, and she started contributing to all sorts of my crochet-alongs. So thank you so much, Nichola. I love collaborating with you. We're really lucky because even though Nichola lives across the pond in England, she jumped on a Zoom call with me and we were able to have a designer chit-chat about the inspiration behind her section and just more of her crochet journey. We've been able to chat before, so maybe you know her a little bit, but maybe we'll learn something new. After you watch the little interview of us coming up next, make sure you watch the video on how to add the different sections onto the blanket. Spoiler alert, our little quick rundown. We're not making up the sections separately and adding them together. We're just going to be working section 2 directly right on top of section 1, but I'll show you that in another video if you need help. So I have the designer, Nichola Griffiths of Elimee Designs, here to chat with us. So let's pop her on and let's have a little chat.
Hey.
Hi, that was easy. How are you?
Good, good. Had better days, but good.
Isn't that how it is as humans these days?
Mums, yeah.
Yeah. We've got little humans to take care of, and you say car troubles and all the things. Well, right now we can just forget about all that for the next few minutes because we are going to talk about crochet. And now, Nichola, you are not a stranger to us here at Juniper Oakes, all the crochet-alongs. I think you've done like all of my mosaics, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think I've been at least 2 crochet-alongs.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. And before that, you were a designer, or not a designer, a tester for my designs back in the day.
I was.
Yeah. You remember what patterns you tested for me?
I tested a hat and a cushion.
Yes. And I only have one hat pattern, so I know which one that was. The cozy cabled beanie, I believe it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much for testing, and now I'm excited that I get to know you more as a designer, especially in this crochet along. So tell me a little bit about your journey to crochet and your journey to become a crochet designer, designing mosaics specifically, because I see you've got a mosaic behind you there.
Yeah, I do. So my pathway to crochet was slightly accidental. Wasn't anything I had ever considered trying out. You know, I had done, cross stitch, sewing, bit of knitting, never tried crochet. And then my eldest was born, gosh, a while back now. My grandmother turned up with a big stack of baby blankets, and I was like, whoa, what did you do? And she was like, oh, I just crocheted those. And I'm just like, yeah, you have to teach me. Problem being, we don't live very close together. So the next time she came, she had a hook, yarn, here's a book, off you go. And it kind of evolved from there. So, a couple of years of crocheting, and then I started taking requests from friends when they were having babies. And one particular friend showed me some inspiration. Instead of, I want this pattern, she goes, oh, something that's a bit like this and a bit like that. And I'm like, I can't find anything that looks like that. And she was like, oh, okay. And so I decided to make something up to fit what she wanted, and she loved it. And a year later, I was like, oh, well, maybe someone else would like that. She liked it. And that was my first ever pattern, the Caitlin zigzag blanket, named after the baby I gave it to.
Yay!
And it's all kind of gone from there. I mean, blankets have always been my passion, and so I keep coming back to them. And I've been very blanket heavy the last few years. And in the last year or so, I've gone a bit mosaic because I do love some color work.
Yes. And mosaic is like, I think it's like the best, easiest color work that you can do.
Yeah.
Because I tell people, I always show the back, and I'm like, it's basically stripes.
Mm.
You work one color per row, but then you get like these intricate, lovely designs, like your Christmas pudding here.
And you
Um,
have the tangling for the bobbins.
yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So tell me your inspiration behind your design.
Well, your brief said, think Christmas. And to me, Christmas is Christmas trees, presents, maybe not so much. But I live in England, and the quintessentially British thing is a Christmas pudding. I mean, not that I eat Christmas pudding, but that's like one of the big things that you would think of here. I have no idea if you have anything similar, but I just, decided to run with it.
Yeah. No, I love that. It is very quintessential,
Very British.
British Christmas. Um, I was putting the pattern together. My husband's like, "Well, what is that one?" I was like, Christmas pudding. He's like, "She from England?" I'm like, "Yes." Yes, she is. So that isn't a thing that we have around here. But I think that it's iconic enough that people kind of know what it is. I was really tempted to take your section and do a bit more color work with it to like add, because this part cherry, is that like a cherry? We're supposed to be
So
red or
the holly leaves and the berries, the
yeah, okay.
kind of
Yeah.
traditional topping.
And then I was gonna do like brown down here.
Yeah.
Um, but then I
So
thought, it's section 2 and I just don't know if people are ready for all of that.
yeah. But if they want to see it, some of my testers have done it with more colors.
Ooh, okay. Do you have those pictures in your blog post?
I do.
Yes, you should.
I definitely do.
Okay, so if you want to get inspiration, you can go there and see it. And I do have tutorials on how to like add tapestry and do more than one color per row, and you can do it. I just wanted to keep mine very beginner friendly. So we're doing this blanket. It's Christmas in July.
Yes.
How early do you get ready for the Christmas season?
Ideally you'd start in January and do a little bit and chip away, and by Christmas you'd be like, ta-da, they're all done. But it never happens.
Yeah.
So my Christmas patterns are being crocheted as we speak to go into testing, but my Christmas gifts that I make is like November onwards.
Right.
So I'm a very last minute crocheter for gifts, but it gets done. I'm just possibly crocheting up until the last second on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. No, I've been there, done that for sure. You always like start the year with these great expectations. And you're like, okay, new year, new me. We're gonna plan it. We're gonna get it done.
Well, I am getting earlier. I'm making progress. I'll get there eventually.
That's fabulous. I haven't really started other than this, my Christmas designs for the year. I'm working on this blanket, and heads up, my audience kind of knows a little bit about it, but we have a big mosaic crochet event coming up in August that I'm like focusing my time on. So I was like, okay, I'm doing this cowl in July, then I have this event in August. Usually on Labor Day, I like do this big push for a brand new cowl for all of the fall. And I decided to be kind to myself.
Good.
And not do that this year. Don't worry, everybody. There is going to be a Christmas crochet-along later in the fall, but we're just not going to do it on Labor Day because I'm not crazy.
Yes, you don't want to be stressed up to the eyeballs.
A little bit. Okay, so that's about my crochet-along, and everyone, you can find the free pattern for the Christmas pudding section on Nichola's blog. Just follow the links from the landing page, scrolly down to the bottom, section 2, and click for the free pattern to go to her website. If you guys don't like scrolling the website, would rather print your pattern off and not have the ads, whatever, we do have an ebook that is available for you. It has all of the sections right away, no waiting, and you can buy that. Use the link down below, and Nichola gets a little extra commission from that. And I think that it's worth every penny. and I hope that you enjoy it. If you guys are making the cow, please let us know what colors you used for your present and what color you're going to use for your Christmas pudding. Are you going to get, extra crazy and do some tapestry mosaic work? Let us know in the comments. But I'm very interested into knowing about the blanket that's behind you. Want to talk about your other stuff a little bit?
Let me shimmy to the side a bit. I don't know if you can see my pair of dashins here.
Yes.
So this is another crochet along that actually, well, I don't know when this is going live, but launched yesterday. So it's the Darling Dachshund mosaic blanket, all dog themed, and inspired by both my mother-in-law and a friend who have the most gorgeous little Dachshunds. So I couldn't resist when I saw them. I kind of felt inspired.
I think that it's a very adorable blanket and very, I don't know, I feel like pet themed blankets are like a really big hit. I know that a lot of people are going to love it, especially if they're Dachshund owners. Do you have any other mosaic crochet blankets that my audience would care to know about?
Yeah, a fair few. So the months of the year blanket that you've featured yourself in, your section's already been in February, so that's going all year as a crochet along, so nice and slow to keep up with. And then I had a few other launches this year that were specifically mosaic. So I've got a stash buster that is in a nice leopard print. I've got one that's all diamonds that I've done in the colors of the night sky. I've got one with badgers on that my friend crucified me for not making in Hufflepuff colors because we all love Harry Potter. So yeah, and there's more coming. My winter cal is also going to be mosaic.
Excited for that for sure. Well, your designs, they're so fun. They inspire me.
Thank you.
And I don't know. I want to just make more and more and more, as I know most of y'all do too. Because I've heard once you get started doing mosaic crochet, you just like can't stop. So
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people have fully converted and they don't do any other types of crochet but mosaic. And it's like, okay, we got some real mosaic lovers around here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've never ever done mosaic crochet, don't you worry. Both me and Nichola, we have tutorials on how to do it, and we have very beginner friendly patterns, not only blanket patterns that we both love blanket patterns, but also little swatches that you can try up so you don't have to fully commit to doing a big blanket. Just try, square, even this big, learn the basics, and you can be crocheting this in no time. I think the hardest part about doing mosaic crochet is just telling yourself, okay, I'm going to try. And then after that, you're like, I get it.
I think the hardest part is stopping once you've started.
Yes, yeah, that's true as well. Very true. Um, well, do you have any tips or tricks for everybody working up your section or mosaic in general? Quick little notes.
I think just jump in is the biggest thing that people need to do, because it looks tricky, but it's really, really not. Like you said, all of the really key things that, in the video tutorials that we all offer. And yeah, I think just having the confidence to go, you know what, I like that, I'm just going to give it a go, is the biggest thing that people can do.
Awesome. Love that. Well, I think we're going to wrap up here so you can get back to your busy mom life and all of that fun. And also, you're like a doctor, so like, I'm sure
Not till tomorrow.
Okay, good. Today's for crochet. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Nichola, for chatting with us. Everybody give her a follow. She's at Elimee Designs. And just buy all her patterns and, like, comment, subscribe to all of her things. And we will chat with you later.
Lovely to meet you all.
All right. Bye-bye. Wasn't that a good chat with our friend Nichola of Elimee Designs? I just always love chatting with her. I'm going to let you guys go so you can work on section 2 of the blanket. But before I go, make sure that you are subscribed and you hit that little bell so you're notified every time I come out with, another section for this crochet along or any other yarn related content. Please give this video a like and share it with your friends so that they can participate in the crochet along as well. Please comment below with whether or not you've ever had Christmas pudding like this. I never have. And either way, also include with what your favorite Christmas dessert is. Then, you know, for me, that's really hard to choose because I love toffee. So good. I also love sugar cookies. I just love decorating those with my kids. Also, my mother-in-law, she makes this delicious cinnamon hard candy. You know, I'm just salivating thinking about all of the delicious Christmas treats. Too bad it's only July and we have so much longer to go for Christmas, but we can get excited about it by making up our Christmas pudding. All right, guys, happy crocheting!